With us now are Kat, Mitchell, and Tony. And Mitchell just asked me, how does his hair look? And he looks fabulous. We're here today to talk about transformation. Welcome to the show. How are you three?
Great.
Good. You are an award-winning author. You have your book here, which is The Truth About Beauty, which is so interesting. How did you come up with this book?
I was in the mainstream beauty business, working with celebrities, had this long-standing eating disorder eventually. My health started to fail. And it's interesting, once I figured it out, turned it around, dropped 10 dress sizes, was unrecognizable. All they wanted to know was from me, how to put the right color eyeshadow somewhere. And I thought that was so ironic. So I had to write The Truth About Beauty.
I love it. And you're kind of known as the master of transformation, right?
Well, it was Self magazine that said I was a master of self-transformation, and it's interesting because what I thought was emotional, as far as the self-destruction, turned out to be very biochemical. So I do these retreats now, doing the same thing I did for myself to turn my health around, and the science has caught up with it. So that's how I've devoted my life. But Mitchell and I thought it would be interesting, and also Tony, because we come at it from different angles, and you have a different angle.
Mitchell. So, and Mitchell, you have your own radio, TV. You're a brand in yourself, right? So
a better world.
Yes. And that's what
Mitchell
we're going for, right? Yes.
Exactly.
So, and then we're going to go back to some of the transformation that you've had with some people, but tell us about your brand.
Sure. Well, in light of all that Kat was just saying, emotions and stress in particular also have a biochemical substratum.
Okay.
So, how we relate to ourselves, the way we relate to others in relationship, and whether we're experiencing stress or not is actually affecting our biochemistry, our hormones, our immunity. There is an interface. In fact, it's not separate. So what Kat is saying about biochemistry and food intake, water intake, liquid intake, etc., is vitally important because we are physical beings. Also, we are overlooking the importance of our emotions and the way we relate to our emotions, the way we relate even to the idea of our self-image, our sense of self-worth, is all got a psychological and emotional and biochemical profile, if you will. Every thought, every feeling. So if we need to deal with that at the same time as dealing with very high-level nutrition.
I love all of that. And Tony, we're going to get back to you in just a second. But Kat, let's go back to you.
Sure.
Let's talk about some of this transformation. So first of all, you said you lost what? 10
dress sizes. But that was the small piece of it, because I overcame a failing liver.
Okay.
And autoimmune disorders and thyroid problems, head to toe, no more rashes, no more canker sores, dizziness on standing. But the psychological, which turns out to be very biochemical, relationship with food, the brain chemistry, was incredible, the change beyond recognition. And so I started to use my beauty platform to help other people do it. I bring them on beauty cruises, feed them what I was eating just to see if the same thing happened, and it did.
Okay.
In 2004, a scientist on a hormone called leptin, which very few people know about, said you're resensitizing people to this incredible hormone that people are going to be hearing more and more about, called leptin. And I did it to all of these people whose pictures that you see here. You see.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Who is this?
See on the left there, you see Jenny, who had her period came back, because there's a real big balance in sex hormones when you bring in it. It's high fat, actually. And then you see to the right of her, you see Diana, who lost 105 pounds and no more Wilson's disease and no more hypertension, strange kind they gave her 12 drugs for with a pattering heart, went away. There's actually Cheyenne, who was a season 3 trainer on The Biggest Loser, who said I could share her story. No more Cushing's symptoms, and lost more weight and gained more muscle because it frees up testosterone. So the leptin piece is astounding, and it's just very cool to always be very thorough when you come at transformation. So Mitchell and I sometimes work together. He recommends me, I recommend him, and also Tony we recommend, because Tony's got we're both into, we learned about a new kind of collagen, because bone broth we love basic supplements, vitamin D, omegas.
I wanted to ask you, because you glow. I want to know what you guys are using.
I was wondering if you'd notice.
Yes, you have a glow.
We all are using the only collagen that gets absorbed. The molecular weight, Tony, maybe you can take it from there, and your dad was transformed.
Okay.
Yeah, the molecular weight of collagen is really important, and you have to have it between 1.5 and 2.5 kilodaltons. And there's actually a patented form of collagen that we use that has that molecular range. Usually collagen is between 200 and 300 kilodaltons, which is far too large to be absorbed by our bodies. So we have a really special form of liquid collagen that we drink. And my dad actually had a shoulder injury that he left him without being able to really use his arm very well. With this liquid collagen, he was able to actually get his motion back, his range of motion. Within 3 months, he was taking milk back out of the fridge. And after about a year, he was doing chin-ups and push-ups again and water skiing.
Can I add one thing?
It's a remarkable story.
I know.
I've met him
Definitely,
as well,
yeah.
and he told me the story directly.
And he has his
it's
neighbor's
nothing short of
story and so
remarkable.
many stories, and we have stories also with this collagen too. There is one more photo, and that is mine at the top, and I just want to describe
Oh my
it.
gosh.
It's on the left. I'm 19 years old, and my liver 4 years later almost failed, and then it's 29, 39, and 49, and there's a big hormonal informational piece to it. It changes the psychology, so he's changing the psychology and changing biochemistry. I'm changing biochemistry, which also changes psychology. And of course, Tony's, collagen, there's so much more that he can tell you, so that can all be accessed at that number that we have for you.
Well, we all want to live as long as we possibly can and as healthy as we can.
Yeah.
We want to have vibrancy in our life.
Quality.
We want to be, and that's why I wanted to invite you on, because I was like, okay, you're doing great things with people, you're doing great things with people, collectively you are, and it's all about transformation, and we can do it. We just need to have the knowledge.
Definitely.
We need to have the knowledge and to be exposed to things like this and opportunities. So
That's
I thank you all very, very much.
And when people get the education, they
Think health and beauty will follow.
There you go.
right.
Thank you so much. You're beautiful on the inside and the outside. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more on Live It Up. We've been visiting with these fabulous guests. We'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to us directly at liveituptvshow@gmail.com or go to this website.